Hi, welcome, beautiful souls, to another episode of Just Be True, a soul led podcast. I am Summer, and I am grateful that you are here today. So, this podcast was born from a deep desire to live authentically, to strip away the masks, the expectations, and the old stories, and to remember who we truly are. Each episode will explore what it means to live in harmony with your soul's truth, to through real conversations, intuitive guidance, and powerful moments of reflection. So, if you've ever felt like a little overwhelmed lately, maybe the world feels extra loud, emotions are running high, or you've even noticed yourself picking up on other people's moods, this episode is for you. So, today we're going to talk about protecting your energy, what that really means, why it's important right now, and a few simple ways that you can stay clear, grounded, and aligned with your light. I mean, let's face it, we're constantly exchanging energy through conversations, text messages, emails, social media. All of that is an energy exchange. And if we're not mindful, we end up carrying what isn't ours. So today we're going to walk through how to keep your energy clear, strong, and peaceful, no matter what's going on around you, right? Because, your energy is important, and energy doesn't, it never stops. Energy continues, it continues moving and continues flowing. Only thing that happens to it is that it changes, right? So energy can change, but it never stops. It's a continuation of. So before we dive in, let's take a moment just to notice your own energy right now, right? So how does your body feel? Are you holding tension? Are you holding tension like in your jaw, in your neck, maybe your shoulders? So noticing these things is the first part of your energetic protection. It's the first act. It's the act of becoming aware. So, protecting your energy isn't about putting up walls between you and everybody else in the world. It's about honoring your own frequency. So, when we protect our energy, what we're really saying is, I choose peace, I choose alignment, and I choose me. And that is so powerful. Think about how you feel after being around someone who's angry or anxious. It's like your whole body tightens up. That's because energy transfers. We're empathetic beings, so we feel everything. Not only that, some people are going to feel more than others because they are empathics, right? Or how about times when you walked into a room and you instantly feel heavy or tense and nobody's even said a word? Like, we've all heard the sayings, you could cut the tension with a knife, right? That's the energy that's sitting in that room. And that's your body, your energetic body, sensing what's unseen. This is why grounding and clearing is so powerful. But I will say there will be times to where it may feel like, regardless of what you're doing, it's not helping. And that's when we need to take some additional steps and truly be with ourselves and redirect our energy, starting from internally and pushing it outwards. And I'll get to more to that in a moment. So, energy protection is really an act of self love. It's how we keep our inner world calm so we can show up for the outer world with strength and compassion. Right? So, the first thing you can do is start with grounding. So, when your energy is scattered all about. Grounding brings it back to center. So you can do this at any time, and we can even try it right now. It doesn't matter if you're driving or if you're sitting or if you're walking or whatever you're doing, activity you're doing, you can do this right now. So the only thing you do is just take a deep breath in, imagine yourself inhaling light relaxation and exhaling any tension or stress that you may have, right? You can do this a couple of times if you need to. Breathing in light and love, exhaling anxiety, stress, and worry, right? Now imagine roots extending from your feet deep, deep down into the earth and feel that connection with Mother Earth, that steady, supportive, and nurturing. You might even say softly to yourself, I am safe, I am supported, I am grounded. I like to imagine the earth gently absorbing any stress, worry, or excess energy that I have when I do this. It kind of adds a little extra flavor or connection to that. You can also hold grounding crystals when you do this. So there's a smoky quartz, there's black tourmaline. I like snowflake obsidian, which I have here, and then black tourmaline. I have them handy pretty well. So you can hold those and envision this grounding technique. Or you can go outside. You can go outside and touch a tree, stay, stand barefooted on the ground, and let that be nature's reset button for you to be able to ground and be at one with all. The next step is surrounding yourself with light. I mean, literally, envision yourself surrounded with light. Imagine a soft, radiant, white or golden light pouring over you, wrapping you in divine, unconditional love. This light isn't rigid, it flows. It allows in only what aligns with love and reflects back anything that doesn't. And you can visualize this before walking into work, before going into an event with a lot of people, or even if you have like a meeting you have to go into and you know that it could be difficult conversations, having this light around you, or even after scrolling through social media or after having challenging conversations with individuals. If you can't visualize, so visualization is not something everyone can do. So if you can't visualize, feel the energy of the light. So, in other words, you're going to imagine the feeling of the energy sweeping from your crown chakra just above your head all the way down your body to your feet and to the earth. And feel it, just allow that feeling to drop down over you and hug you up, right, with unconditional love. And if you can step into that feeling, if you can't visualize, you can step into that feeling. It's all about your imagination and bringing your imagination to life. I've said several times, and I'll say it again and probably many more times, that your subconscious mind does not know the difference between your imagination and reality. So for your subconscious mind, whatever you imagine is reality. So that white light protection is reality to your subconscious. That imaginary feeling that you're draping around you is reality to your subconscious. So, keeping that in mind, I also like to do like a quick affirmation with my grounding techniques. I'll say something like, only energy aligned with love and truth can enter my field. All else is reflected back in peace. So I'll say that again. Only energy aligned with love and truth may enter my field. All else is reflected back in peace. That's just a quick affirmation that you can do while you're grounding yourself. You can even set an intent, as when you say that affirmation, the grounding happens right at the same time. So if you set an intention with the affirmation, like from now on, when I say this affirmation, my grounding is taking place. And whatever your grounding is, the white light, the energy field, whatever it is, the combination of both the white light and the energy field, whatever it is, both of those are taking place as you're saying your affirmation. And that's a great way to do it. You can renew this light any time of the day. As quick, as gentle, as powerful, and you can use it as many times as you need to, right? And I will say there will be times when you probably feel like you need to use it more than others. I had a moment even this week where the week that I'm recording this, I had a very challenging day with my own energy and my own emotions. And I will, I'm not perfect. I have challenging days just like everybody else. And so I think what's important is how you respond during those times. And so I had an event that night that this was happening, and I ended up canceling the event because I couldn't show up in the space that I was in. And being in the space, not only did I choose me and take a loving care of myself, but I also protected those who would have been around me. Because, again, energy is ever flowing, and I was not in a positive space. And so others could have felt that energy, and it wouldn't have been right for me to push that energy out on them. So I canceled my event. I came home and I got into the tub, but before I got into the tub, I put some eucalyptus in there for the aromatherapy, and I got into the tub, hot water, and just soaked and just relaxed and allowed that water to heal my energy and to wash away that energy that was kind of like starting to nestle itself within my own energetic field, to be healed and let free. So, like, it may be that you have to do something more powerful, whether it's soaking in a tub with some essential oils to help release that, such as eucalyptus, lavender, or rosemary. Like, I love all of those. Or it may just be taking a nice hot shower, just to imagine the shower water being that white golden rays of light just washing over you and cleansing your energy field. All of those are very helpful. So there's not just one perfect way of doing things, and doing things. Your grounding techniques and your clearing techniques may have to be different depending on the situation that you're dealing with at the moment. So I will say, like, throughout our day, we naturally pick up energy from others through conversations, emails, even thoughts. Our thoughts have energy. And by the end of the day, it's good to clear your field with that. So in the evenings, if you can find a quiet place to sit down and close your eyes, take a deep breath, and release it. And then say, I now return all energy that is not mine back to its source with love. And then I do this imagining this energy coming out of me and this energy going into this tunnel. And this tunnel is filled with layers of healing and unconditional love. And it's sent back to the originator of that energy. It's not up for me to determine who that energy belongs to. It's not even up to me to determine how that energy got to me. Only thing's my responsibility is to return it back to the source of from which it came, healed and with love. I don't even determine how it's healed or how it's loved. I just imagine that this tunnel that I'm sending it through is doing the magic itself, for whatever's needed for that particular person that it has to go back to. So it's not up to us to determine how something happens, just the intent that the end result or the purpose of it, is set there. I will also call back my energy. So once I release the energy from others, I will call back my own energy for my energy to be returned to me, cleansed, healed, and whole. And I imagine my energy going through that loving, healing tunnel and bringing back to me. And so I will say this little warning about doing that is you may not want to do it too close to bedtime. When I do it, I feel more energized and it can make it difficult for me to fall asleep right away. So I do it earlier in the evening versus waiting till it's time for me to go to bed. So you may want to see what timing wise, what works best for you. I just know laying in bed doing it does not work for me because I end up laying there for like an hour and my mind just do and I can't I can't stop that mind because that energy's coming back and I have all these amazing ideas and thoughts running through my head, and so I need to do it earlier in the evening, so I'm not so disruptive and so I can get my sleep. Um, you can also visualize like golden ribbons of light returning to your heart as you're calling your energy back. And so this can help you feel lighter and like your spirit just came home, right? Like pieces of you just came back home to nestle, and to make you whole again. So, oh, I love that. Visualizing golden ribbons. I really love that. So, some great supportive tools to help with protecting your energy and clearing your energy. So I already talked about the tourmaline and the black obsidian and the smoke crystals, smoke quartz. You can also use sage and selenite. Those are two of my favorite. I also like Paleo Santos. I love the smell of it, and I even use it as an incense here in the house. I also have smudge spray that I use, and I make my own. And so not only do I put like sage and Paleo Santos, but I'll put like an essential oil that I love. And rosemary is my go-to, or eucalyptus, and I'll just I'll just shake it up and I'll just spray it. And just the aroma of that just gives you an instant cleansing of the senses. I just love it. So that's a great way. You can also use it as a smudge stick if that's your thing. Or even, like I said earlier, the incense. If you want to fill your home with it, that's a great way to use it too. Sage is like an energetic broom. It clears what is no longer serves us. So if you want to burn a little, be careful with it. But it's just a great way just to cleanse and just sweep the energy and cleanse the energy. I also like selenite. I have selenite in my office on either side of my door. And I also have a piece of selenite that I keep in my purse. So if I go into a space and when I come out, I just feel kind of yucky, I will just rub the selenite around me. Sometimes even just rub it up and down my arms, but I'll rub it within my energy field to clear it out. And so not only does selenite clear the energy, it helps elevate the energy as well. It refills your space with light, right? So a light, loving, caring energy. So you can get a selenite bowl and set it next to your bedside, or keep on your altar to keep the field bright and clear. If that's something that you're into, just together, if you want to use sage and selenite together, they remind us that every clearing is also an invitation to refill ourselves with new light, new peace, and new possibilities. So, as a reminder, there's just a few quick daily practices that you can put into your daily routine. You can take a few deep grounding breaths throughout the day when needed. You can visualize that white light or imagine that white light energy flowing through your energetic field, clearing and calling back your energy in the evenings, and keeping a crystal nearby that can help with grounding and clearing your energy, such as the tourmaline, black obsidian, smoky quartz, selenite. And also, we just mentioned the sage sprays, or smudging is a great place for support. So, as a closing reflection, let's just take a deep breath in and exhale. Notice how your body feels now from when we first started. Is it lighter, softer? You may even feel clearer. As you move through this next week, be mindful of what you give your attention to. Choose conversations that lift you up, music that inspires you, and moments that bring you back to your heart. If you find yourself in a space where your energy is challenged for that day, I encourage you to take time for some self-love and some self-care. Take time to spend the evening soaking in a tub, taking a hot shower, getting lost in your favorite book, or meditating. These are all great ways to help clear and reground yourself, and support your own energy. If you're in a bad space, it is okay to cancel whatever plans you have. I mean, as the event that I spoke about earlier, it's like I had to cancel my plans because me taking the energy that I had that day and sitting in front of other people and feeding that energy out to them would have damaged them just as much as it was damaging me. And so not only did I take the time to give myself self-love and care, but I also protected others from being caught up in that same energy. If you had the flu, you would do the same thing. You would stay at home and take care of yourself and heal instead of going out and being around others and giving them the virus. So protecting your energy is just as important, if not even more so. So know that it's okay to cancel plans if you're not in that right space, emotional, mental space. If you're not in that right space, it's okay to cancel plans until you are. You're 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 taking care of yourself, which is absolutely important, but you're also protecting others from being caught up in that same energy. And protecting your energy doesn't separate you from the world. It allows you to show up in it more fully and more true to yourself. And when you do that, your light becomes contagious. Your light is what people want to be around. So give yourself permission to take care of you 100%, mentally, emotionally, energetically, physically, whatever that shows up for you. Give yourself permission to love you enough to take care of you 100%. You're worth it. And you absolutely deserve it. We all do. So thank you so much for tuning in today. If this message resonated with you, share this episode with a friend who might find it energetic and be able to reset. I encourage you to subscribe to the podcast so you can stay up to date on the most recent releases. You can find me on Instagram or Facebook. Facebook is Just Be True. Instagram is magic_22. And don't forget to sign up for my Just Be True Vibe newsletter that comes out weekly. The link to sign up for the newsletter is in the show notes. I also encourage you to check out my webpage, which again, the web address is in the show notes. Check out my events. I do a monthly online channeling circle. It is very limited to only 10 seats. And it is the second Thursday of the month, so it will be coming out. The first one will be the evening of which this podcast is released on November 13th. So it's only $15. It's 2-hour channeling opportunities where you get to learn to connect with your spirit guides and loved ones on the other side, to receive messages and to give messages. We start with a powerful meditation, guided meditation, and then we go into oracle card readings, and then giving individual channel messages to others. And so it helps validate, right? You get the opportunity to be validated on what information that you're giving out and receiving. It gives you the opportunity to practice and to connect with others and get to know other like-minded souls, because it's fun, energetic conversations and very inspiring, and people just love it. This is the first time I'm taking it online versus in person, so I encourage you to sign up. And as the audience and the demand grows, then we'll start doing these more throughout the month. But currently they are the second Thursday of the month from 7:30 to 9:30 Eastern Time. So I hope you can join us. So until next time, stay grounded, stay radiant, and always just be true. And I will see you next Thursday. Bye.